Hey, hey, hey! Happy Monday, everybody! It's Carolyne Rodrigues calling in from beautiful Fort Myers, Florida. Glorious day here, you guys. I hope it's glorious wherever you are. So before I get started, oh my goodness, Monday, February the 7th. It's awesome. Hey, beautiful Cindy. Nice to see you here. I'm just trying to wave to you. All right. Cool. So happy Family Day to my friends up north in Canada. It's wonderful to have an extra day, a long weekend in the middle of the winter. And to my friends here in the U.S., happy President's Day. I had no idea it was a long weekend because, right, Cindy, we know every weekend is a long weekend for us. So anyhow, hope you guys are doing something fun. If you're with your families, get outdoors and enjoy the outdoors. And if you're not an outdoors kind of person, well, do something fun together indoors. So Valentine's just passed. I loved seeing all the Valentine's posts. It's the day of love, the day of giving, the day of receiving, the day of chocolates. Who loves chocolates? Give me a thumbs up. Hey, Casey. So today, you guys, I wanted to just chat about, giving and receiving. Some people say, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I'm like, it's not a holiday. These things are, hey, Christine, these days pop up on our calendars, you guys, as an interruption to our, the mundaneness of life, our everyday living. And that's what I love about these days. They're reminders to stop and think. And Valentine's is all about love. And who doesn't want to celebrate love? Like, you don't have to buy anything. I forgot to get my husband a card. Oh, but you know what? I gave him love all day long. He did get me a card. So it's, doing what's in your heart, right? So today I wanted to talk about giving and receiving. Are you a giver or are you a receiver? Or are you both, right? This is something that I had to learn and understand. There is an art to this. I want to read you a quote from Buddha, all right? Any Buddha fans out there? Give me a thumbs up. Hey, Julia, Christine, Clark, nice to see you here, my friend. So here's what Buddha says. Before giving, the mind of the giver is happy. While giving, the mind of the giver is made peaceful. And having given, the mind of the giver is uplifted. Hey, Jonathan, Joseph. So, gosh, who doesn't want that, right? Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want to give and feel peaceful and uplifted and happy? Gosh, I want that, right? Give me a thumbs up. Who wants that? Hey, Luann, nice to see you here. So can there be giving without someone willing to receive? What do you guys think? Yes? No? Okay. Receiving actually is just another way of giving, because when you receive, you're thankful to that person who is giving, right? So that is a way of giving. Now, there are a lot of men out there who just don't know how to receive. Forgive me, I'm not putting all men in there. There are some women that are in that category too. We don't know how to receive. And I thought, where does that come from, right? It's a requirement for any giver to have a receiver. The act of giving can't be completed without a receiver. So I made some notes here. So giving and receiving versus doing and taking, we get those things all mixed up. So what's the difference between giving and receiving, doing and taking? So when I feel empty, exhausted by giving, and like you're not getting anything back, we're probably in the doing mode, right? And there are plenty of people out there willing to take without giving back. So if your giving is draining you, I want to help you today to learn the art of receiving. Dorothy, nice to see you. So the art of receiving. Every giver needs a receiver. So why does receiving make so many people feel uncomfortable? Have you ever given a compliment to somebody? Like, wow, Dorothy, I really love that red dress you had on the other day. You look marvelous. And I know when I was complimented in the past, I go, this old thing. Oh yeah, like I got it on sale from Target. And nobody asked you where you got it from. just complimented you on how great you look. And what do? We brush it off. That's the sign of somebody who hasn't learned how to receive. And that's an indication of my worthiness, right? I got so many compliments often throughout the years, but I just kept deflecting them. Oh, not really, but she's better looking than me. And oh, those shoes. Oh, well, yeah, you know what? A friend of mine nobody asked you about the history, right? They're just complimenting you, right? So that brushing off, that inability to accept. Goodness, you guys, have you ever offered help to somebody and they're like, oh, no, I don't need it, I got it. That's, living in that little bit of ego state, or I can't accept that favor because now I have to return it, right? Now I'm in a place of obligation. Now I feel guilty because I may never be able to return that. So my question to you is, where are you when it comes to receiving? Where are you? Just do a little check and you'll know. Have you been given a compliment? Have you been offered something? Has somebody offered to do something for you and you're all like, hands up, no, I don't need it. I'm self-sufficient. I don't need anybody. I can do it. Like, what is all that about, you guys? If you watch kids in the playground, they give, they take, mostly they take. They're good at taking, right? So receiving requires us to have an open heart, to become a vessel, to let go of control and just let it happen. Trust the giver. Just be humble about it. Say thank you. Receiving is the greatest gift of all. And in the Bible, what does it say? Ask and you will be given with a grateful heart. I added that. With it doesn't say that in the Bible. Ask and it'll be given to you. And when it's given to you, like you're all like, oh, no, I don't need it. Hands up. Yeah, what do people think of me? So just saying, you guys, what happens now to the person who's doing the giver? What happens when the person, the giver, what happens to them when they're offering you a gift, when they're offering you a compliment, when they're offering you help, and you're like, no, you're sending a very strong message. I don't need you. I don't want you in my life. I don't value your stuff. And I had to share this with a couple of people in my family who are, including myself, not good at receiving. And I'm like, how come you get the pleasure of giving, and when I give to you, hey Ray, when I give to you, you refuse the gift or you turn me down? What do you think that does to my heart when you do that? Can you be gracious enough to just say, thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you for the thoughtfulness. Thank you for thinking of me while you were out shopping. Or thank you for, when friends of mine, neighbors here are not feeling well. If I'm making dinner, I'm cooking a chicken, I cook two and I take one over to them. And I did this for a lady in my community and she was just blown away. She said, Carolyne, in my 60 plus years, nobody has ever done that for me. Nobody. Can you imagine, you guys? It's such a simple thing, right? Bake some brownies, take them over to a friend, right? Healthy brownies. Hey, Elaine, nice to see you. So what happens? Because here's another side to this equation. The more I give to this person, the more I get to care for them, right? This is how it sort of works for me. That caring feeling, hopefully it grows, right? And when I give to that person, does it mean that the other person will feel the same way and they want to reciprocate? It may not. So give with no strings attached. Give without expectation of anything coming back. Give because it makes your heart happy, right? And Joyce Meyer, who is a great Christian minister, I'm just going to watch my time here as I tell you the story, she demonstrated this on stage. So she said, I love to bless my kids with gifts. So she brought her daughter Sandy on, and she said, I'm out shopping and I found these great shoes. And I was like, I know Sandy would really love these shoes. So she brought her daughter on stage and she said, Sandy, I have a gift for you. And she opened the box and Sandy looked inside and she said, oh, wow, Mom, like neat shoes. Okay, thank you. And as Sandy started to walk away, her daughter started to walk away. She's walking away and there's this string attached to the box as her daughter is walking away. And so she's demonstrating that I'm going to give you a gift, but it's attached to something coming back. And then she circled back with her daughter and she said, wow, Sandy, I never see you wearing those shoes. Don't you like them? She said, yeah, I do love them, Mom, but I really don't need them. And I came across this friend of mine who needed a pair of shoes, so I gave them to her. So her mom was like, cool. So what happens to you when you give a gift to somebody and, no strings attached, or are there strings attached and they re-gift it to somebody else and you see it in their house or you see it on somebody else? What's your reaction, right? I caught myself once. I'm like, oh, I gave her that gift and she gave it away, right? Give it without any strings attached, you guys. So what happens to the person who is given to, the receiver, right? If this person, if you are capable of receiving from that person who's giving to you, then the act is complete, you guys. Okay, the yin and yang. I give to you, you accept with graciousness. So both sides benefit. Appreciation increases. Giving cannot be complete if receiving isn't welcomed. So what happens to the receiver if they're not able to receive? Okay, I'm going to give to you. I'm going to do it once. I'm going to do it with love. I'm going to do it without any strings attached. If you refuse it, okay, great. I could be inviting you over to dinner. That's an act of giving, right? I'm cooking for you. And you say no, okay, cool. Maybe it's not convenient. I may give you a little gift, something that I saw that I, really, made me think of you. And you may not welcome it. Well, I'm going to do it one more time, maybe a third time. And then if you're pushing me away all the time, then guess what? I'm going to stop. And I may bring it to your attention and say, hey, Casey, just saying, I've offered blankety blankety blank a couple times and I don't know what's up. Like, you just not that kind of person. You don't like getting things, or what funky feelings coming up for you and I give and you feel like you can't give back to me. So, just saying, I just want you to have something. I just think you're an awesome person. I just want to bless your life. And I want to do it with no strings attached. So you may want to make that person aware of what happens to you when your heart is open and you're giving and they're refusing. Right? I had to deal with a couple of people in my family and let them know, like, hey, how come it's okay for you to give me stuff? How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Right? And they're like, yeah, I feel good. I said, well, then why would you deny me that feeling? And they're like, So that was a moment, right? So look for the signs, share with an open heart, and understand there's got to be this yin and yang. A giver needs a receiver needs a giver, right? It's not one way. And also know, guys, there are people who are takers. Be aware of that. You give, and they just take and they never get anything. They never give anything back. So yeah, don't be one of those people that get, what do they say? Walk all over me. Thank you. Do it once, fine. Do it twice, whatever. And 3 times, I'm the goof, right? I never get those things right. So I wanted to give you a receiving exercise, you guys. And I made some notes. So 1, accept all compliments. Let the giver do their part. Be thankful for the compliment. Say, thank you. I appreciate that, right? 2, be grateful, right? In that compliment. Just say, wow, that's so sweet of you. You're always telling me stuff like that. I really appreciate you. And make it a daily habit. Compliment somebody. That's the art of giving, right? It doesn't cost anything. And in that routine, watch what happens to your heart when you're giving to somebody, when you're noticing somebody else, when you're opening your heart to others, right? So allow yourself to be you, right? I do a lot of silly things. I want people to see, and I made a post the other day, come as you are, right? Come as you are. Those people who are going to like you are going to like you. Those people who don't like you, well, hey, okay, I'll figure that out soon enough, right? Don't pretend to be perfect. And this is something that I used to do. I would do and say things in order to fit in because I want to be part of that tribe. And they really didn't have my values. So I don't do that CRAP anymore, right? If you don't like me as I am, then I'm not part of your tribe. And that's okay. That's all right. There's another tribe out there who will like me, right? So doing things to fit in. Hey guys, it's taken me 65 years to figure that out, okay? Number 4, stop complaining. Gosh, my entire airline career, all I did was complain about the length of the flights, how short the flight was, the passengers, what I didn't get, the hotel room, all that stuff. I wasn't sitting in appreciation, right? And so when you're complaining, you're bringing more of what you don't want into your life, right? So I hope these, my little squirrel thoughts have helped you today, because as I go about my week this week, having celebrated Valentine's last week, I thought, I want to feel the love. I want people to know that I care about them. Many of you on this call, right? Many of you tuning in. So if you're listening to me live, leave me a comment on how this has kind of touched your heart. Are you a giver? Are you a receiver? Are you both? Are you good at giving? Are you good at receiving? How can you be better at both? Who can you share the love with? So I'd love if you leave me a comment. If this has benefited you and you're in a group where you see someone who's having a tough time, please share this Facebook Live with them. And if you're listening to this in replay time, #replay, let me know what you liked, what you got out of this. And will I be back here next week? Yeah, I'll be back here next Monday, and then I'm traveling the end of next week. And so, reach out to me, you guys. CarolynRodrigues.com, CarolynRodrigues. CarolynRodrigues.com. I'd love to have a personal chat with you. Make it a great day. Go out and spread the love. Go give somebody something worthwhile. Bye-bye.